What is up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Goods.
Stop talking and just hit record.
Real quick, I just wanted to talk about this one topic that came up, and people were asking, should I go full-time on YouTube? Now, I wish I could give you a yes or no answer, but the fact of the matter is this all depends on your lifestyle, right? It depends on where you are financially. It depends on the responsibilities you have. It depends on a lot of things. So you can't just take this and cookie cutter apply it to anybody. Like, that's just not how it works. But I will say that a lot of it depends on your lifestyle. Now, for me personally, I do not do YouTube full-time. Regardless of what people think, maybe you see me putting out a whole bunch of content and you see, the content is constant and you were wondering, how do you do that? Well, it just all boils down to how bad you want it. The one thing that will destroy your progress on YouTube is the lack of consistency. You got to be consistent. And even if it isn't like other creators, because you shouldn't be comparing yourself to other creators, you should be doing your own thing. Watching other creators and what they do and then trying to do the same thing, even when it comes to consistency, is something that could overwhelm you, stress you out, and it could kill the entire, joy out of YouTube for you. So the best thing I could tell you to do, honestly, is to do something that you love, talk about things that you enjoy talking about so you can continue doing them. But when it comes to whether you should go full-time on YouTube and quit your job, everything depends on where you are financially. Again, I don't do YouTube full-time. I have responsibilities, and I cannot put all those responsibilities under the protection of a YouTube income. You can't do it. I feel like there's a certain point you can get to where it makes sense, because you could take that money that you make on YouTube and throw it into other financial means for you to continue to make that money off the money that you're making. I would never throw everything on YouTube, and I'm just keeping it real, regardless of what I'm making. And what I mean by that is, let's say I made a couple videos, went super viral, and I was generating over $1 million a year off of YouTube. I would take that money, put it somewhere else, whether it's a business, whether it's real estate, whether it's the stock market, whatever, and make that money make money, instead of just saying, let me pay all my bills with this, making my sole means of income. Money will come back next month. That's the biggest mistake you can make. And I only say that because there's a lot of situations you probably heard out there where people have made YouTube their sole source of income, and that shit has come back to bite them in the ass. YouTube is very fickle, man. You're battling a lot of things every day. You're battling people who want to report channels. You're battling community guidelines. You're battling copyright strikes. You're battling advertisers who may not want to advertise your content. It's always fluctuations in your revenue. And to me, that's unstable. And it's stressful as fuck to sit there and wonder, hey, if something happens this month and it happens before YouTube even puts that money into my payment queue, it could all be gone. And that's the one thing that people don't tell you about. Let's say you made a couple of videos, you're having a good month. YouTube usually takes that money and throws it into your payment queue on, the 14th of the month. Let's say you made 20K before the 14th. If something happens to your channel and your monetization gets disabled or whatever the case is, and you don't make it to the 14th of that month, whatever you made, even though you see on YouTube that you made 20K, if that money isn't placed in your queue on your payment account, you're not getting that money at the end of the month. All that is going to be gone. So it's stuff like that. Just imagine you have all these bills to pay, right? You got 20K queued up because you're like, okay, I got to pay my bills with this. Something happens before the 14th, and now YouTube is like, well, you ain't getting that check. Imagine that.
Oh my God.
So I just say that to say, man, I just don't think it's a safe option. But then again, it depends on your finances. If you have other sources of income outside of a 9-to-5, then maybe it is a good option because you have other things that you can rely on. I just can't be in a place where I solely rely on YouTube. I just feel like it's reckless, and I feel like it's irresponsible because YouTube can flip on you in a second. Now, I do encourage that you expand your reach. So this is why, I don't like X, aka Twitter. But I always make sure that I leverage my presence on YouTube and on these other platforms. So that's why you'll see me on X, you'll see me on Instagram, you'll see me on Twitch, you'll see me on TikTok, on all these other platforms. It's not about how I feel about the platform and whether I like it or not. It's me finding a place to leverage so that I can send all the people to one location that I like. So if I like being on YouTube, but I hate being on X, I can't let that get in the way of me building that platform and building that that presence there, because once I build the presence there, I can tell everybody, hey, if you want the real stuff that I'm making, go over there on YouTube. So that's just one of the things that I wanted to talk about. I personally don't think it's a great idea to put all your eggs in one basket as far as like quitting your day job and going to YouTube. I didn't quit my day job and go to YouTube. Like I have more than one source of income, and YouTube is not my primary. And that's just where I'm at with it. So in my idea, I don't think it's a great idea because it can come back to haunt you, man. You don't want YouTube to be the only way that you're getting money out here, because YouTube can be gone in seconds. We've seen it happen to people. And when it does happen, it's not easy to just build up your YouTube again. It's hard. Like you can have 100,000 subscribers today. If your YouTube gets demonetized or terminated, and then let's say you get to start up a new YouTube channel, it's not that easy to get those 100,000 back. That's a lot of work that you put in for that. So it's always devastating when people get their channels taken away. And we don't want to see that happen to anybody, but I just don't think it's a smart idea to drop everything and make YouTube your primary source of income. Now, again, I want to preface that by saying it depends on your financial situation. If you have other sources of income, that opinion changes drastically, right? So it all depends on where you're at, how you feel about it, what you think about YouTube, and how you want to approach things. And I'm not telling anybody what to do. I'm just giving y'all my opinion on it. And I hope somebody watches this and kind of gets something out of it to help them out and help them make a decision on what they want to do, because YouTube can change lives, man. YouTube can change lives. I'm not saying that you can't get on here and be highly successful. You can, but you always have to treat YouTube like this could go away one day. You know, I could lose monetization for a month or two. You always have to look at it like that. And I think it's financially irresponsible to have to dig into savings as you wait for your YouTube to come back up. You know what I mean? But that's just my opinion. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about it. And let me know in the comment section, man. Until next time, y'all already know. Your boy Goods. Let's go.